Welcome to the Stache Club Wrestling Podcast. My name is John.
My name is Dante.
Welcome. What's going on? Good morning. Hope you have a good drive as you listen to this. Actually, most people listen to this on YouTube, so probably not driving. Hopefully not driving.
Hopefully you're having a good meal right now while you're watching us. Hopefully you're getting some work done, whatever it may be. Whatever you're doing, we hope you're having a good day so far. Good night, good afternoon, whatever you're doing. We are back for episode number 42, the Al Horford episode.
always got someone.
Always got a basketball player.
Big week. We're gonna talk AEW All In, which is fucking crazy. Mm-hmm. We're gonna talk payback predictions.
Yes.
We are going to start this off. We haven't gotten any opportunity. We recorded this for a lot of people asking why we haven't touched on Bray Wyatt. We recorded a day before the news.
We did. Even if we filmed on that Thursday, the news came out.
It still came out later.
Yeah, to preface all of this as well, we film in bulk. We film every Wednesday or Thursday. We record for the week. So like, if news comes out during the week, we don't get to cover it because we're just we don't film every other day, whatever.
So that's the reason all of our content throughout the week hasn't really made mention of it. With that said, rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. This episode dedicated to him. Man, tough. I mean, at this point, it's been a week.
Yeah,
it's been a week. I know. I think we finished recording the podcast. I edited it. I was waiting for it to export, and I went in the other room to watch TV while export or whatever. Yeah. And I think I opened up YouTube and I looked up and Fightful had the first video, 2 minutes old, first thing. Bray Wyatt passed away, whatever. And I was like, I ran because I had my phone in the other room.
Yeah,
I ran to my phone.
You
I had a text from you. I had a text from a couple other people. And I was like, holy shit. Really, really heartbreaking stuff. I don't know. I never know what to say with this sort of thing. I know we kind of said our 2 cents. I don't know if 2 cents is the right word, but we made some mentions on Twitter. Mm-hmm. We're kind of putting out statements and stuff. And, man, sucks. It sucks. Really, really sucks.
I was on the way to my girlfriend's house, and I was just sitting at a red light, and I had my phone on my little stand. I'm like, let me just scroll through Twitter really quick while I'm sitting there. And the first tweet I saw was from Triple H saying it. And it was it was one of those moments where I literally was in my car. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah. It was one of those, I actually didn't believe what I was reading.
Yeah.
And then when I got to her house, I pulled over, and I'll be honest with you, I started bawling my eyes.
Yeah,
out.
man.
It's just it's crazy how celebrities and people you don't know, things like this can hit you so hard. And I think another, good example is Kobe Bryant. That was such a hard loss for so many people, basketball fans. Bray Wyatt has been on our TVs. He has been in our lives one way or another for 10 plus years, even more. I mean, Husky Harris days back in 2009, 2010, whatever it was. And just kind of, having those memories and those experiences of him, and just knowing how much joy he brought to so many people. And it's just so sad too, just knowing he was so young. 36 is just way too young for anyone to go. He had a fiance, JoJo, his 4 daughters, 4 kids. And just everything sad, around man. It, obviously we're not going to get into details of how everything happened, but just everything around it is just so sad. And it's you just see all the beautiful tributes and all the beautiful words people have to say. And it's we the world didn't lose a phenomenal wrestler, storyteller, whatever. We lost a phenomenal human being. He just seemed like the nicest guy. There were videos of him meeting up with kids outside of arenas, taking the time out of his day and all that. And it just seemed like he was just a really down-to-earth human being. And it's sad that we're not going to be able to see his creativity and his his just perfect, one of the most perfect storytellers that the business has ever seen. We're never going to see that again. it's hard too. Because it's like, it's also one of those things where I don't want to make this like a sad thing, but
no,
like,
please.
It genuinely is one of those things where it's like, you know, I texted you like, you know, I love you, bro, and all that stuff. Like things just happen like out of the blue. Like there's shit that happens in life that's unexpected, that, you know, you lose people, whatever. And it's one of these things that's unfortunate. These things have to happen where you kind of learn to appreciate life more, and you just kind of look at the bigger picture, like just being grateful for every day, because you genuinely don't know when that day will be. And it's very morbid to think that way, but it's true. You know, it could happen to anyone, and it's just, it reminds me to just always be grateful, to enjoy, you know, what I do, to love life, to appreciate the people in my life, like how much I appreciate you, and like how this is like the highlight of my week, being able to come here and work with you, one of my best friends. And it puts things like that into the bigger picture, and it's hard hitting. It's very hard. Bray Wyatt, I loved him. The Fiend character was one of my all-time favorite characters, and it's just I was tweeting videos and stuff because I was just kind of reminiscing because of how great he was, and it's very sad. I pray for his family, everyone, his close friends, everyone, and all fans that he touched and stuff. It's hard. It's a hard loss for a lot of people, but it's important to remember the good times, you know, the memories he gave us, and to just the messages to appreciate life, and to just be grateful for everything you have. That's really how I want to put it.
I couldn't. Wow, that was beautiful. I couldn't have said it better myself. Wow. Yeah. I mean, check on your people. You know, tell people that you care about, and let them know. And as much as we, you know, don't even need to bring it up, but, you know, it's a TV show, and, you know, in the past, you know, you criticize these characters, you criticize, like, you know, maybe us and, you know, whoever else maybe like wasn't a fan of like the latest Uncle Howdy stuff or whatever.
Sure.
At the end of the day, none of that matters. Whether it's a show, you know, it's a show, and regardless, hey. We, you know, especially kind of like the tail end of it, we were kind of like, man, I don't know about this Uncle Howdy stuff. Regardless, man, I was tuning in to see what happened. As much as I was like, I'm over this is great. I just wanted to see, regardless of how you felt about it, whether it was the Fiend or Uncle Howdy or whatever, which I also love the Fiend. Even like looking back on it now, you see rewatch videos, and you're like, God, the Fiend was so sick. So like, cool. And I was just wanting to see like a second iteration of it. And just like,
yeah, I know. And it's funny because, I shouldn't say funny, but a few nights before, I actually, sometimes when I'm like going to bed at night, I'm just like, oh, let me throw on like a wrestling video on like YouTube. The WWE posts their YouTube videos or whatever. And I rewatched the Firefly Funhouse of him and John Cena at WrestleMania. And I was like, wow, this was so sick, for considering like the circumstances of COVID and WrestleMania being at the Performance Center or whatever.
He really took the pandemic era and like made the best
He really did,
know?
Dude. He really did. He was a genius in that sense. He was really just great at storytelling. His character work was second to none. He was special, man. And the tributes that WWE did for him, and also Terry Funk as well. RIP Terry Funk. We shouldn't, you know, leave him out as well. But you know, the tributes that they had for both of them was incredible, amazing. And I think like you said, check in on your people. Make sure you tell people you love them. Just be grateful for this life that you have. I think that's kind of the best way to close this. And of course, RIP Bray Wyatt. The Fireflies will always be out there. Whenever the Fireflies are out, Bray Wyatt, his spirit will be there. We'll always remember Bray Wyatt. He has the whole world in his hands. And this podcast is dedicated to Mr. Wyndham Rotunda, Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt forever. Bray Wyatt forever. Bray Wyatt forever. That was beautiful. Thank you for, you know, you said a lot more than I would have been able to articulate. And I think you put that very well.
Thank you. All right.
AEW All In. What a crazy event.
So let me preface
So I didn't watch it.
Let me preface this. I didn't watch it. Well, no. So I was able to catch up on some of the matches. I know what happens and stuff. I knew all the results. I saw a lot of the highlights. whether it was on YouTube, TikTok, whatever it was. It was on fucking 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm in the Cape. I didn't even get home till like 8 o'clock that night. There was no chance I could have watched it. If it started at 8, like a normal pay-per-view, perfect.
I kind of loved that it was in the afternoon.
I would have loved if I was home. I would have loved it too. But
I think I went out to eat afterward. It was nice.
It's like when Money in the Bank was in London or whatever it was too. So I know the results. I'll be able to give my 2 cents about certain things, but John's definitely going to be the one that carries most of this AEW conversation.
We will have our payback predictions at the not even second half. I have 4 notes.
Is that Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday. And then Sunday is All Out.
Oh my God, I got a wedding on Saturday. Shout out Big Nick. Can't wait to celebrate you. Fuck.
AEW All In.
Yep.
Also, we're not doing predictions for All Out. It's like an ROH pay-per-view.
I saw the card. The card doesn't look terrible, but
it's a fine card.
It's not
All In. No. And I'm probably I paid $50 for it.
Did you?
I did not steal All In. I did pay $50 on Bleacher Report.
Is that the platform that they have it on Bleacher Report?
Yeah. So you kind of get it like through Roku or like whatever the app is, whatever, and you kind of order it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I don't know about. I'm probably gonna skip. I don't know. I mean, it's funny having a wrestling podcast. I'm gonna skip that
have
review,
it, but they have it on a week after. That's crazy.
I don't know why they did that. And Punk is suspended, so he's probably not even gonna be there.
Yeah,
which we'll talk about all his.
We'll get to that.
Bullshit. Yeah. Anyway, first match. Adam Cole and MJF defeat Aussie Open for the ROH Tag Team Champions in the pre-show.
That was like the one match I genuinely was like, I didn't know which direction that was going to go down. I could have saw them winning it and then going to the match as double champions, kind of furthering their friendship, or they lose and there's more crap. Like it could have gone either way.
But going into it, I liked the idea of them winning, but I was like, it would just make more sense to keep Aussie Open with them, and then you have a little bit of like upset at each other.
Sure.
Excuse me, going. But I love that they won.
The kangaroo kick. Come on. Dude, he had that whole stadium in the fucking palm of his hand.
The kangaroo kick is one of the biggest, maybe just for a move, but like one of the biggest pops I've ever seen.
And I love how how he does like the ultimate, like he tweets about like Hulk Hogan, like there were 81,000 like MJF maniacs or whatever. And he starts shaking. I love his like when he does like brings back old wrestlers, like their things.
That was my favorite part about like the whole show, and especially like MJF and Adam Cole is especially like, and this goes for a lot of the other wrestlers when they're walking out and they're seeing the 81,000 people, and even seeing it on TV. It's like, holy shit.
Crazy.
And they're looking around, and MJF being however old he is, 25, 26, and he's looking around, and you can see through the real person where they're just looking around. They're like, holy shit,
that's
like,
surreal.
We're fucking here.
Yeah.
And then like you said, in the ring when he hits a big move and a pop, and regardless of what was planned or what, if you're trying to be a face or a heel, whatever, you could tell how fucking fired up and how much fun he was having. And like you said, when he does like the fucking ropes thing, they were having a ball.
And that's awesome. And even like leading into it, they were doing like their interview stuff. They were doing their press, whatever. MJF was doing a lot of interviews, and it just like, obviously MJF stays in character a lot, and that's something that not a lot of people do, which I respect. But he was just like, a lot of them, he was, this is the realest shit ever going to hear me, just talking about like, this is like, can't believe I made it. This people didn't think I'd get to this point.
Didn't think
they could make it this far. He goes, just talking about his journey and how much it means to him, like being in the main event and like being a part of history, and like you can tell how much that means to him, and like all the other wrestlers that talk about it too, of course. But like, it's very cool hearing that perspective and seeing that side of these performers, because like you said, like actually being there and experience, I can't even imagine for like someone that puts in the work that they do to see all those fans going crazy for you. That must be the craziest feeling in the world.
Yeah, it's like you said, I think surreal. But throughout the night, I kept on like every time they do a wide shot. That was like that was the word I kept going to.
Yeah, absolutely.
The match itself seemed a little short, but obviously they have the main event to get to. So, but yeah, I mean that and he fucking does the kangaroo kick was fucking unbelievable.
So funny.
And also after this, they showed Mercedes Moné.
They did.
They showed her like that time. Then they kind of forgot about her, and they showed her like toward the end of the show. And then like I get they're teasing something, but every time they showed her, they didn't show her at all during the women's match. And then they showed her like after like Swerve and the Darby Allin match or whatever. And it was like, why? I don't get it.
It's actually interesting. So what people were saying, like the rumors going around now is that once she's healthy, 'cause she's hurt right now, she might start making a few appearances. If she never got hurt, the rumor was she was going to debut in Boston at Blood and Guts when we were there.
That'd be sick.
That would have been sick.
That would have been crazy.
Hometown pop. But yeah, I mean, at this point, it's all speculation of whether or not she's going to be a part of All Elite Wrestling or not. But her being there, I think, kind of adds fuel to the fight. Yeah, I mean, she's, leaving WWE. If you're going to be a free agent out on your own, check all the boxes off.
I think she'll come back to WWE.
I do believe that too. I don't think she's going to be quote unquote all elite. Like maybe she'll make appearances and she'll be a part of things, kind of like, because she is like in New Japan, whatever, and you can be a part of both. But I don't know if she'll like sign like a 5-year deal with AEW. I don't know if it would be like that, but I don't know. We'll see. It's all speculation.
Hook defeats Jack Perry for the FTW championship.
Good thing we didn't do predictions, because I would have picked Jack Perry to win this one.
Really?
I know you would have picked Hook.
Would have picked Hook, absolutely. This was also, I mean, this might be the best pre-show ever.
The pre-show looks sick.
This was still on the pre-show.
It was just these two matches, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And it's I don't want to sound like a broken record here, but even like to more so of an effect of when MJF was walking out being young and seeing all this whatever. Hook, bro, and Jack.
Yeah, all three of those guys are so fucking young.
And just walk, like especially Hook. He was like, how he goes like in the corner, he kind of does his like thing or whatever, and he's trying to stay like cool guy. Yeah. And you can tell he's like really holding it in, staying character.
Oh yeah.
This was great. I love heel Jack Perry. Like, I was skeptical at first, especially coming off like the ultra baby face of a Jungle Boy, but this match and entrance was like the moment where I was like, oh, heel Jack is
it works.
Heel Jack.
Yeah, he makes it work.
Match was great. They did a lot of like spots on like the car and whatever. I honestly don't want to talk about this too much, but
yeah, I know it.
Jack makes the comment about like this is real glass, Cry Me a River. We haven't really talked about this a whole lot, but that's for those that don't know, I'm sure everyone does, but that's in reference to, I guess, a couple weeks ago, Jack and Punk had some altercation backstage where like Jack wanted to use real glass on a spot and Punk was giving him shit, and they just had a little bit of a beef.
Yeah.
And then Jack made the comment live on air, and that led to a backstage confrontation. Who confronted who? There's conflicting stories. Who knows? Who gives a shit?
At this point, I could care less, honestly.
And I don't know. It's
hard to touch on when you don't really know the full details. Like, I've heard different stories about how this person started. Right. Then there was a report that Miro got involved, and then it was a joke. That people were over just like doing whatever, saying that they actually were fighting, but that was just overblown.
I believe the two are suspended at this point.
Jack Perry and CM Punk are suspended, it seems like. Apparently, he was telling Tony Khan he was going to quit and stuff. At this point, I love CM Punk. Like, I think he's one of the best, like, better wrestlers of this generation. I think his character work, like, obviously in WWE, his return to AEW and wrestling in general was amazing. But, it's like whether someone's in the right or in the wrong, when it's like, it's always something.
It's always him.
It's just annoying.
And because, like, I'm not going to sit here and place blame and Jack said something first, or who else he had, like, even if you go all the way back to, like, the Bucks and Hangman or whatever. Like,
sure.
But it's always him.
His name is always in the middle of it.
And there's reports of, like, AEW is being dicks to him because like something like he had to take a bus
or something to get to the arena,
and there wasn't anyone waiting for him. I don't know. Regardless of whose fault it was, it's just he's probably the most annoying wrestler.
It is very
annoying.
And it's just like the other thing too is like you have this historic event and stuff like that, and that's what people should be talking about. The wrestler people that put on this amazing show, and then people are talking about this altercation stuff, and it's like that's not what the focus should be on, and that's where it's like that's where it gets frustrating.
He seems like he just comes off as maybe this is just how the media is presenting it. He just kind of sounds like a crybaby, and Yeah, just hearing running to Tony Khan after like this altercation, going like, "I'm gonna quit again."
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking do it. Please quit. Please quit. I don't give a shit about Punk being in AEW.
Since his return, I really like haven't been bought into it at all. Like again, like when he first came around, it was sick, his feuds and everything, but over the last year, he's ruined it.
He's ruined it.
And whoever that's to blame, it's we're not to
like
say.
I said, I'm not even saying I'm blaming Punk for all these altercations. I don't know, but it's just like it's just annoying.
He's just in the middle of everything. So then he comes out and he has a great match with Samoa Joe. It seemed like
it was all right.
People, I saw good things about them. I saw people tweeting stuff about it.
It wasn't anything crazy. The highlight was Joe because it was like
he has one of the best bits where like someone's about to like do a
so
crossbody,
good,
just walks away from it, and he did like this thing, the jerk off thing, whatever. So funny.
This match it's because I'm not a big Collision watcher. It's on Saturday.
I haven't watched a single episode.
I've caught a couple. It's good, but it's just
I've seen clips and stuff,
but it's crazy. It's just another reminder of how crazy it is that WWE fumbled Samoa Joe. He should have been a world champion.
There's a handful of guys on this card alone. Like Swerve Strickland's another guy. Sure. FTR is another team. Yeah, for sure. But Samoa Joe, I mean, the fact that they didn't put a world championship on him in his run in WWE is ridiculous. Besides NXT, but I'm talking about main roster titles.
I guess we'll talk about it now. The AEW Real Championship is fucking stupid.
The idea of it was cool.
Yeah, I love the idea.
But like. If none of that shit happened, and at the end of the show, CM Punk came out, confronted it, like
they never even talk about.
Why does MJF not bring it up?
How come MJF doesn't mention it? How come like you would? There's not. I don't know.
Why does CM Punk
It's so frustrating and so stupid. And again, I'm with you. When he first happened, and he spray painted the shit. I'm like, oh, this is dope.
They're gonna do something cool with
this. And now he just carries it around all petty and crybaby like. And then it's just like, what are we doing with it?
Like, even though
make note of it,
make it make sense. I know, I understand MJF is doing this whole thing with Adam Cole, but hey, like they're doing a promo battle. He'd be like, oh, and by the way, like CM Punk, I watch Collision. Yeah, I know what's going on. I'll get to you later. Just something.
You can do all this Adam Cole story. You can do all this MJF story. I think there's a lot more to tell with MJF
for sure,
and all this
100%.
stuff. But yeah, you have to mention it. It's silly.
I get it's two different shows, but that's
like don't even do it. Don't even do it if you're not gonna mention it.
I felt like the whole thing with him having the bag and stuff, he should have just like had that go on for much longer, and then like then when you're ready to bring in MJF, that's when you do it. But
because the fact that he like defended it too, like he defended it on a pay-per-view is like arguably pretty stupid.
Yeah.
To still, and if there was maybe a note, because let's say Samoa Joe won. Who gives a shit?
That's the point. Like, that's the other thing. It's like, it's not believable. Of course, CM Punk's going to hold this title, and he's going to be the one that confront MJF. Like, that's the whole point of it. If someone else wins it...
CM Punk never lost it.
So what? Samoa Joe's going to confront MJF? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't
like, whenever he defends the belt, I don't believe the other person's going to win. It's not believable.
Yeah, the whole thing is just a story piece because CM Punk never lost it. But if Samoa Joe wins it, I don't think that logic carries on.
No, what are they going to do with the belt? Is he going to carry around a belt with an X on it now? A CM Punk symbol? I could care less.
I don't know. Bullet Club Gold defeats the Golden Elite. A lot of gold in this match. This was fun. Admittedly, it took me to the second half to get into it. It was star-studded, but you're coming off a hot start. But the second half, they were cooking. This is leading to Kenny and Takeshita.
I think they announced that match already.
I think they did.
They did. Yeah.
Takeshita, just like this young guy shining.
How old
through all these stars? My guess is 25.
I was gonna say 24, but we'll see.
28.
Oh, he's a Gemini. Shout out. Still, that's fucking crazy.
He went to Nippon Sport Science University.
Oh, good for him.
What is that? Oh, it's a university in Tokyo. That's cool.
That is cool.
Sport Science University. But yeah, there's not much. I mean, there was like mini storytelling with like Kenny and Takeshita and like Hangman had some stuff. But this was just like a really, really fun match to get. Like, 'cause they needed Jay White, they needed Kenny, they needed Hangman. Get everyone Takeshita. Get everyone on the card.
Yeah.
Big tag match.
Yeah.
Ibushi.
This was the biggest match for Jay White. I've kind of like kind of been in this like camp of like since they signed Jay White, he hasn't really like. Not that he hasn't done much. Obviously, he's part of this Bullet Club Gold thing, whatever. But I just feel like they haven't really like utilized him like the star that he is, because he really was one of the biggest stars in New Japan for a very long time. But like this match, he was presented very, very well. Not to, like I think he's fucking phenomenal. I just hope they do more with him. That's kind of where I stand on it.
I'm curious. Also, I was surprised. The Elite like. All in, it's their.
You would have thought they would have been the one to get.
And then also to lead into that, FTR defeat the Bucks, so all of the Elite took some L's. All of them.
But that match was this match classic.
Was crazy. Yeah. FTR and Young Bucks 3. FTR comes out of it. They are the greatest tag team ever in the world.
I liked their little interview they did before where it was like, I don't know if we talked about this on the pod. I don't know if we did, but the Young Bucks were like, we don't need to win this. Like, you guys need to win this. We're already cemented in history and stuff, but you guys aren't.
This was like, we don't like FTR. we don't like those guys.
This is one of the matches where I saw a lot of the highlights, and I saw like a 10-minute long like highlight film thing on YouTube with the match, and it fucking looked really
crazy. Good. It ended with this like, they went for the Meltzer driver, how like one of the Bucks comes off off the ropes, and then like they got one of the Bucks out of the way and transitioned that into like this huge shatter machine that was just like mwah.
And at the end, they didn't shake their hands. And
didn't shake hands at the end, which they kind of on Dynamite last night. They had like a little backstage thing where they're gonna tag with FTR.
Yeah, it's an 8-man against Bullet Club Gold, right?
Yeah. But yeah, this was probably not my match of the night. Not my match of the night, but damn. But I mean, it's a match of the year contender, probably. Sure. The Bucks were dressed as Freddie Mercury.
I saw that,
which is like one of 3 Queen references throughout the night, which was cool. They were using their own finishers on each other, which was just what I liked a lot. I think a lot of people had criticism of like, are they using each other's finishers, or they're kicking out a lot, or there's a lot of countering and it looks like dancing, whatever.
They fought each other through
that's what I'm
so
saying.
Many times.
That story to me tells like how similar they are, how much they know each other, and that they're scrapping to get the upper hand.
I think that makes it better.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think it ruins it. I think it actually
all
makes
these counters, you're like, oh shit, like they fucking know each other so well. Who's gonna get the upper hand?
So like, let's say the FTR hits the Shatter Machine once and they pin them that way. It's like, they've definitely kicked out of the Shatter Machine before or something like that, or they beat them with the Shatter Machine. Why would it take only one time to do it here?
Sure.
You know what I mean? It's like it should take, like, you should be trying each other's finishers and trying to do anything you can to get the upper hand, especially if this is your 3rd match against each other.
Phenomenal. I loved it. FTR keep the titles. Now, here's maybe controversial take. Here's my match of the night.
This match looked fucking insane.
Eddie Kingston and the Best Friends and Penta defeat BCC, Santana Ortiz, in Stadium Stampede. This was crazy. Probably the craziest match I've ever seen. It's like, it's worth going back to watching.
I'm going to rewatch this one.
There's especially, I'm sure you saw on Twitter, where Penta hammered in like the wooden skewers.
So when that was happening in real time, I was when I was with Taylor, I was like, let me show you something really quick. I was like, listen, I understand wrestling scripted and all this stuff, but I was like, look at this. And she actually was like in awe. She was like, that's disgusting. But she goes, that's wild. I'm like, listen, wrestling isn't always like this. This guy's fucking nuts. This guy's out of his mind, Jon Moxley. But like, it was sticking out of his fucking head, bro.
Like visually, how they all, like, he put him in and they all just went like, blink. They all spread out.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I was afraid they were going to try to do like some sort of like, he did his move on, but I was like, if they try to do like a DDT, sure. I was like, I'm going to fucking throw up. Oh my God. It was crazy.
Later in the night, Penta re-entered the match as Penta Oscuro, which was so funny.
They were on the ladder. They put him through the table. That spot.
The ladder broke as they were trying to climb up it, and they were like, Alex Alvarhantes, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, held it so they could do the spot through the tables. Sue entered. Mox kissed Sue. Eddie Kingston just went on a rampage. He re-entered with the fucking chair. It was just so fun. Orange Cassidy, I mean, solidifying himself as just one of the fucking best
so
now.
I was when I was watching the highlights of this match and seeing like how he was actually like John said, like putting the fork in his head and doing all these things. I think this was Orange Cassidy's like, oh, this is like your prove it match kind of like, especially someone like Moxley. Like, remember when him and Danielson, it was like I you bleed with me or something like that. Like, I respect you when you bleed, something like that.
I don't think it was a prove it match in terms of wrestling, but prove it match in terms of like, oh, you can bleed and get hit.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like you can get extreme. You're not like a super protected wrestler. Like you can get.
He did that. It's one of my favorite spots I think I've ever seen, where he had the glass bottle in the box, broke it in the box, taped up his hand, and just so all the glass shards would stick, so he could do the orange punch with a glass hand. Are you nuts?
That's fucking creative as shit.
So fucking good,
so
dude.
Good. I'm excited to watch that match back.
I had another thing.
I also liked how they had like the camera cut and they were like backstage and they were like,
it was
really
so
like, all
hard
over
to
the
follow.
I'm sure it was, but I like that. That was a nice touch.
Yeah, for sure. No, this was a lot of fun. I also I think Trent is one of the most underrated wrestlers ever. He's so fucking
Another
good.
guy that WWE
I love
had.
him. That's true.
He was in WWE a long time ago.
What was his name in WWE?
Trent Beretta.
Oh, it was Trent Beretta.
Yeah, he was in a tag team. I forget who his tag team partner was.
Yeah, wow. Wait a minute.
Yeah, look it up.
Holy shit, that was so long ago.
It was a while ago. It's not like he was there recently.
Brand new Beretta. Can't wait to let it go. The Dude Busters.
The Dude Busters. Who was this part?
That's what it was? Gold Dust? No, Feud of Gold Dust.
Trent Beretta and Kalen Croft.
Oh, wait a minute.
Who's that?
God,
that name sounds familiar.
Holy shit, this is bringing back some memories. Wait, was that Orange Cat? No, that can't be right. A picture. Yeah, it's not right. Who the fuck?
Yeah, he kind of looked like him. They looked very similar.
Wow. Yeah, I remember them just being jobbers.
Yeah, they were. This was when he was like really young.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he was in WWE.
Wow.
Another guy.
Fun match. Loved this. Good guys win. Bada bing, bada boom. Blackpool Combat Club still seem tough. Oh, on Dynamite, so all kind of ties in. Bro, Penta and Orange Cassidy, banger on TV.
Yeah.
They hit, which, again, people are criticizing, but I loved it. Orange Cassidy hits a Canadian Destroyer. Penta pops up, hits him with a Canadian Destroyer.
Canadian Destroyers. Yeah,
Orange Cassidy, the fruit flies are going nuts. 3 Canadian Destroyers, and they get up and they're all like wobbly and shit. It was just really, really fucking cool.
And Moxley's gonna challenge.
Yeah, the winner now it's gonna be Mox and Cassie, which I could see Mox winning.
I think
I could see Mox winning.
I think that's kind of that. It seems like that's gonna be the direction.
He had a really good promo at the end where he was just like, every week this backpack gets heavier and I show up into the man. I know a lot of people are still hung up. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my brain.
No, go ahead.
It doesn't matter. A lot of people are critical of Orange Cassidy. I think because they just don't see any of his recent work and they still see the goofy guy with his hands in his pockets and they think it's like he's making fun of it and da-da-da. Genuinely, I think he's one of the best out right now. He's so fucking good.
I've said it before. If it was like a year and a half ago, I wasn't sold on him. But over this, especially this championship run, absolutely. Yeah, I'm bought in.
Saraya defeats Hikaru Shida, Toni Storm, and Britt Baker for the AEW Women's Championship.
Thank God.
Yeah, I would have picked Shida.
Okay.
I did my predictions.
Did you? Oh yeah, did you? How well did you do?
I don't know. I didn't even look. Let's see. I won't even look for my tweet.
Yeah, I get it. Hometown thing. She got the big pop and everything like that. I thought Britt Baker was going to win this personally, or Shida defending it. Obviously, it progresses. Like the Outcasts have a little thing going now. Oh, you have. Yeah,
I got predictions. I got Aussie Open wrong, Hook correct, Ospreay correct, BCC wrong, Golden Elite wrong, Shida wrong, FTR right, House of Black wrong, Sting and Darby right, Punk and MJF right. So 5, 6 out of however many that
probably
was.
would have done better than me. Anyways, I'm. I don't know. I just really haven't been a fan of her run since joining AEW.
Sure.
I just haven't been bond to the Outcast. People might agree with me. People might disagree with me. Whatever. Again, I understand it. It was a very cool moment. I think her family was in the ring with her afterwards or something like that. Or her team, whatever it was.
So I personally, I loved this. I didn't think I was going to. So I'm kind of with you with like Saraya's AEW run hasn't really been.
It's been a little
great.
lackluster.
Sure,
but no, I do. The moment was great.
She comes out. Obviously, it's in Wembley. She comes out to "We Will Rock You" by Queen, where TK is paying money.
He paid the big bucks for
she
that.
comes out with her family. Shout out Zeri High Life, where he tweeted, which cracked me up. He said, "Oh, that's who she was fighting with."
That's funny.
My real problem with this is the match was cut short. First of all, and this happens to the women all the time, them following Stadium Stampede,
tough spot.
I don't think they should have followed. I think they ended up making the best out of it, and I don't think it really affected them. But like, I think if you're gonna put someone after them, put the Sting and Darby match after Stadium Stampede.
You need a cool down match, kind of. This isn't a cool down match. This should be a high intense, like crowds into it type of match.
It's the only women's match on the card.
That was the other critique I've been seeing people on social media.
They needed and should have been allowed to go 5 or 10 more minutes. Especially like, again, we'll get to the Sting and Darby match. That was fun. I liked it. They could have cut 10 minutes out of that match and given it to the women. Easy. Because they were like, it felt like right as they were cooking. Because this match was good.
Yeah.
Right as they were cooking, it got cut short. But anyway, and then she won it. Her whole family came out. Whatever. I get like the criticism is like, sure, in the moment, like it's a crazy moment just seeing her win in front of her home stadium, basically, with her family. She won the big one. I mean, like, say what you will, but like, she is a legend in the business.
She is, yeah.
So I think it's, in that sense, I think it's deserving for that platform. It was really, I mean, like,
it's also a cool moment.
What are you going to give away that moment? That's a huge moment.
They took advantage of it. And granted, like the whole story of her like having to retire, coming back.
Sure. The Outcasts are breaking up. That was a big story in it, where like Ruby Soho came out and her and Tony, had some stuff.
I love the spot where Paige Saraya had the finisher, the submission on, and then Britt Baker came in and curb stomped.
Yeah,
that was a sick spot.
Like I said, they were cooking, and all of a sudden they just ended. So
yeah, I get that.
But good match. I'm honestly pretty optimistic about this. I don't love that Sheeta is a transitional champion. I really, really am a big fan of Sheeta. But
yeah, I feel for her. I feel like she was just kind of a transitional champion. So.
But glass half full. I'm looking forward to the Saraya run.
Yeah, it should be. I'm sure that they'll do good by her.
Hopefully.
I'm sure it'll be. Hopefully, it'll be a good run.
In a match that didn't need to be. Again, maybe went a little long, but didn't need to be as good as it was. Sting and Darby Allin defeat Swerve, Strickland, and Christian Cage in a coffin tag match. This was just fucking fun. It was good. We have to be grateful every time we see Sting perform, because we don't know how much. And first of all, he's performing at the level he's performing. He's hitting spots. He can still fucking go.
I loved when he did the splash and it didn't like what was a table or whatever it was.
He did some move on it. It might have been a splash.
And it didn't work, and then he just did like the leg drop. He
went to the top rope and did like, he's like, all right, I guess I'll just jump on him.
Joker Sting is goated. So cool.
And then like they were doing spots on the casket. The casket was dented the fuck up toward the end of it. They tried to close the casket on Sting. He stuck the baseball bat out to prevent it.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is really, really fun. Sting came out to his WCW Metallica theme.
Oh, that's cool.
Where again, he's getting Metallica and he's getting Queen.
Well, I'm sure they got a good amount of money for this event, so they were like, all right, let's spend a little bit. Hey, I mean, it makes sense. If it's your biggest event, go all out.
This is fun.
Go all out, not all in.
Yeah, like I said, Sting just don't know how much longer we're seeing him, but like the fact that he can still go at the level he is and he's still so entertaining,
mid-60s
is amazing.
Nuts, absolutely nuts. Good for him.
Will Ospreay defeats Chris Jericho. This was all right. This was cool.
Yeah,
Jericho came out. He was performing Judas with Fozzy, which was like, it was a little, it was silly.
He took advantage of it. He took advantage of it. I get it. Because he's going to say we performed in front of 80,000 people.
I don't blame him.
That's cool. Singing Judas on the way down. That was pretty sick.
Mm-hmm. Will feels elevated.
Dude, his pop when he came out, bro. Woo! He said afterwards his contract's up in 6 months.
Yes,
he's going to weigh all options.
Yes,
dude,
it is.
I can't wait till he's consistently on TV. It's kind of like when we talk about like Omega. Like he was always in New Japan, all these companies, and we weren't able to watch him. Then he came to All Elite, whatever. that's what's coming for Will Ospreay. Not a lot of people are familiar with him. Obviously, he's on these big cards, these big events. But when he's going to be on weekly television, bro, we are going to be blessed. He is so, and we've talked about this, bro, one of the, if not the best wrestler in the world. He is so fucking good.
I'm very, very excited to see a long and successful Will Ospreay career. Like, it's exciting to see like this guy, and we even missed a lot of it so far. But it's crazy how much we missed, but how much there is to go.
Future world champion,
easy. I like that. I like that he got this match with Jericho. I think this was on his dream list. I think he said somewhere.
It was interesting because it's like two very different styles of wrestling, and obviously Will's much younger, 20 years younger.
And
than Jericho.
props to Jericho.
Props to Jericho. He was doing
man.
the Hurricanranas and shit like that. He put on a great performance. He really did.
Sami and they put in some story about Sami and Jericho. They're on shaky terms, but fast forward on Dynamite, they made up. They're going to go after the tag team titles as reuniting as La Sex Gods.
You know what I thought was going to happen? What I thought would have been really cool? Because Don Callis is kind of putting together his own family.
Right.
So he has Takeshita, Will Ospreay. I honestly thought Sammy Guevara was going to make a turn and Sammy was going to join like the family. I thought that would have been pretty cool thing.
I could see that still happening.
It might still happen. But I don't know. For some reason, I kind of thought that was going to happen. But yeah, I think for what it was worth. And also the spot where he does the shooting star press when he's on the ropes. Just the timing. Oh, not the shooting. He did. It was the
shooting star.
Was it shooting star?
He did both moves. I think. You're right in the shooting star press.
He lands it so perfect, like on the dot.
To do it like that close to the ropes and that like people struggle with a regular shooting star press. The fact that he just busts it out on even like a crazier,
so good, so good.
Something that I was surprised with. I think you might have been too. The Acclaimed defeat the House of Black for the trios titles.
Very interesting. They're having a great run with those belts.
Yeah,
they were having. They brought. I think they brought credibility to the belts. I think the reign could have been. They haven't had like maybe the best defenses in the world, but I did think they were going to win this match.
Yeah, I am kind of shocked. I thought they were cruising with the titles. They've kind of cooled off on them as of recently.
Right. Yeah.
The Acclaimed, and I like the Acclaimed. I also love that Billy Gunn has a title in 2023. Fucking love that.
If you had that on your bingo card, good for you. Right. I didn't for sure.
But giving them to the Acclaimed feels like the safe option. It feels like maybe they
freshen it up a little bit, freshen up the trios division.
And again, I really liked the House of Black run, but whatever.
I think also plays the storyline where it's like if they lost, Billy Gunn was going to retire because they've kind of been playing with that, like leaving his boots in the ring.
And also, the pop they still like. The Acclaimed are still so over.
People
after
love them.
losing the tag team titles.
Yeah, and that's what I think. When they won, they showed Mercedes Moné. She was doing the scissors.
Oh, is that what it was?
I saw it on Twitter.
That's crazy.
Also on Dynamite, I saw they introduced the new belts, which is just the pink strap.
But in the back they have scissors.
Oh, is it? I didn't see that.
The belt
cool.
scissor.
That's cool.
It is. I mean, they're gonna sell a dick ton of those titles
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I'm like dogging on it, love the Acclaimed. This is still fun. I think I would have preferred House of Black because I just like the attitude. I like the different kind of look. But hey, I mean, the Acclaimed are one of the biggest natural organic success stories of AEW.
Definitely.
Like along with an MJF and like, Darby and all that.
No, they deserve that big moment. They deserve that big moment.
Here we go. I mean, look at the notes I have.
I was going to say, you fucking went off on this match.
MJF defeats his best friend
in the world,
Adam Cole, to retain the AEW World Championship.
The right call.
I mean, I have all these notes. I have so much to say. I fucking loved this match. The storytelling through it is unbelievable. I guess let me kind of just hit some of these notes and we'll talk about it. First of all, 10 out of 10. This was fucking unreal. MJF comes out in this like devil entrance. He's back to wearing the mask. He's on a throne. Some poor staff member is pushing the cart.
Did you see when it hit the thing?
They nailed the steps. Yeah, they nailed the steps and the steps hit the girl. And she was just like, just had to be like,
had to adjust.
Cool with it. He felt like a huge deal. Again, another like surreal moment seeing this. The match starts. They kind of pause. And they go and they put on they're better than you t-shirts. So they're like, okay. And they kind of, a couple times, they shake hands. And there's this one where MJF goes, hey, sportsmanship. And he shakes his hand. Really, really cool throughout the match. There's way more moments of an Adam Cole turn tease than there are MJF teases. A lot of times, there's one moment where MJF was on Max and he was like, Max, I'm your best friend, but I'm better than you. And there's a lot of this tension building.
Sure.
Adam Cole rips off MJF's shirt at one point, and that was like the first biggest like, oh shit, like are we seeing the break? The match really built more intensely, thinking of a Cole thing, a Cole turn. Eventually Adam Cole takes his shirt off. So now there's no more better than you baby shirts on. On the announce table, MJF hesitated to tombstone Cole through the table. Cole did not hesitate, tombstoned him on the announce table. Some more stuff happened, but for the sake of to start talking about it, the match ends in a draw, which I think it's one of the most creative and just best storytelling where the fucking double clothesline.
They hit the double clothesline and then they were on top. Okay.
Oh my God. And this is from the beginning of their run where they're touting the double clothesline and they finally hit it and all this stuff. And a lot of their tag team, whatever.
That's how they won the tag team championship.
Absolutely. Right. So they call it on each other. They point at each other. They yell double clothesline. They hit each other with double clothesline. They fall on each other. So their arms are both like kind of on each other. Ref double counts. 1, 2, 3. The match ends in a draw.
Just like their first ever match.
Just like the first ever. The storytelling is
so good.
There's like 5 different references in this
They're
one
both
moment.
so good, bro.
God
They're so fucking good. I'm so happy. Obviously, Adam Cole missed a lot of time because of injury. This is what we were expecting to see from Adam Cole when he joined AEW. This is the Adam Cole we wanted.
I put you can't write this stuff, even though they did.
They did, but you can't write it.
So Adam Cole, similar to their first match, Max, 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. MJF says no. Whole crowd's like, oh, because you deserve more than 5 minutes. And I was on stream. Shout out to the Twitch stream. I was out of my fucking seat. He says, we're going till we have a winner in fucking Wembley.
That was lit.
Holy
that was
shit.
so lit, bro. Oh my God. He has the fucking crowd in his, I said it earlier, he has a crowd in the fucking palm of his hands, bro. For a guy as young as he is so good. He knows how to control a crowd. He's great in the ring, on the mic. I love MJF, bro.
Woo! I don't want to be too hyperbolic of it, but it's genuinely one of the best matches in general because of the storytelling, but like if you're just looking at storytelling, one of the best storytelling in ring I've ever seen. It's
I get
crazy. Till we have a winner in fucking Wembley. Match restarts.
Fucking Wembley.
He's so good.
He's so good.
Match restarts. My timeline might be mixed up here at this point, but Roderick Strong comes out at some point. You
kind of had to figure.
God damn it! I get it. It's for the storytelling. I do not give a shit about Roderick Strong. I just really don't. But I get it. It plays to the story. And then ref goes down. There was some shenanigans happen where Adam Cole ends up hitting a Panama Sunrise on the ref.
MJF move, replace him or something like that.
I think that's what it was. And then, again, I'm getting shit mixed up. But I didn't expect this to happen. Eddie Guerrero reference where they got the chair and they're tossing the chair back and forth like rapidly, just Adam Cole goes down, and again, he's just so fucking good. He's one of the best. He sees Adam Cole down. He goes, shrugs, opens up the chair, puts it around his fucking head, and hits the
That's so great. That's
God
so
damn
good.
It's so good. It's just perfect. So the ref's like, what the fuck? I love that they put an Eddie Guerrero reference in the biggest wrestling
one of the biggest
stage,
matches
the biggest. I would argue, and if you're just talking numbers,
sure, Sure.
The biggest event.
Yeah.
The biggest event in wrestling history.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the ref is down, blah, blah. Again, timeline might have been fucked up, but who cares? Roderick Strong gives Adam Cole the belt. Mm-hmm. Use it, hit him with it, blah, blah, blah. Adam Cole's about to. He's thinking about it. Says no. Drops the belt. Tells Roderick Strong to get out of here, Roderick. Mm-hmm. Get out of here. Again, timeline might be fucked up. MJF goes to use the diamond ring, pulls it out of his trunks.
Yep.
He's thinking about it. He puts it on. No. Puts it back. Not going to use it. Anyway, I did. Now that I'm reading this, I did have it mixed up. I did have it mixed up.
Yeah.
Because
when Roderick left,
that led to the distraction where MJF got the roll up 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Adam Cole retains the AEW World Championship. God fucking damn, it was this good.
Yeah.
I have a whole. We're gonna talk about the post match stuff, but just from here, wow. Unfucking believable. I loved this.
They couldn't have put on a better performance, couldn't have told a better story. Yeah, I mean, for the biggest event in wrestling history, biggest, at least most numbers, most sales, seats, asses and seats, they fucking nailed it.
And
they fucking nailed it.
Like forever ago when it first announced, like, no shot they're filling that up. Oh, who's main eventing? Adam Cole and MJF. You know, how come Punk's not main eventing? How come whatever? You know, all this criticism. And MJF and Adam Cole delivered. And then some.
Good on them, man.
Holy shit.
Great on them.
The story, I genuinely can't get over. Like, so we've seen storytelling in matches. We've seen Undertaker and Shawn.
Sure.
You know, at whatever that was with their first match, 25.
WrestleMania 25, yeah.
It's just like, you know, this was great. I can't sing its praises enough. Post match. Whew, brother. MJF is consoling Adam Cole. He's saying, we're still friends, man. They love you. Like, this is great. Adam Cole's pissed. He's not having it. Again, another just amazing performance by MJF. He feels betrayed. He's yelling at Cole. He's accusing Adam Cole. Like, you never cared about me. You never gave a shit about me. You just cared about that fucking title. It was always about the fucking title. He takes the title and he goes, here. Throws him the title, says, fucking take it. What? What? Are you crazy? Here. Fucking take it. Oh, I'm getting chills. Oh my God. MJF cares about... We've seen all this storytelling about him never having a friend. He finally had a friend. Adam Cole changed his life. He made him trust people again. And in the moment where he thinks like he's been betrayed and all he wanted was the fucking title, here. This thing that I tout, the Triple B, I don't give a shit about it anymore.
And he was always talking about how much he cared about. That's all he cared about.
All he cared about. He cared about his friendship more than the title. He said, here, fucking take it. Wow. And then...
it's just so good. It's just so good.
And then he gets up, turns his back to Cole, and he says, do it. Just do it. And he's like, I'm so fucking stupid. I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. Adam Cole holds it. Ends up not hitting with it. They turn around, they hug. And I thought of you in this moment because Adam Cole's hand was still...
Was it?
It was.
Oh.
I freaked out.
Dude.
I was like I was on stream and I was like, his hand.
Dude, I'm telling you, it is going to break my heart when Adam Cole turns on him.
I think he is going to turn.
Well, you know what's funny?
I think that's just how he hugs people. What's funny? I don't think that's...
But you know what? It's crazy how at first everyone's like, oh, easily MJF's going to be the one to turn on him.
Sure.
And it was kind of more like, oh, you think Adam Cole's going to turn? I'm like, oh, no, you're crazy. That's like the long shot.
Yeah.
Now I feel like it's kind of flipped. Now everyone thinks Adam Cole's going to turn on. So when MJF does it, it's more of a shot.
What's nice is either way it's going to be a shot.
But it's kind of crazy how it's gone to the point where it's like either way it's going to be.
Yeah.
So afterwards,
God, I love this.
Tony Khan, they announced they're going to be back next year.
Oh, yes, they did.
That's
2024.
Nuts. I mean, fuck it. If you can do it, I mean, I'm sure they'll still be able to sell it out.
Run
they did it this time.
Back.
Make your money, bro. Get those bags. So
this was so good. I mean, the event as a whole, I'm not going to sit here and say the event was a 10 out of 10, but like just really, really, really good show, top to bottom. There's some stuff that could have been better. Again, I think they really slacked with the women's division as a whole and the women's match in general.
Sure, which makes sense.
You know,
makes sense.
Yeah, man. And again, I'm not letting the CM Punk bullshit, whether it's whoever's fault it is, I don't give a shit. Not letting that overshadow. And God, even just, I'd be pissed if I was MJF. You know?
Yeah, I would be too. If I'm any talent.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's like, because, again, it's an event that you put so much time and effort into building it up. You like your whole life, like you perfect your craft and stuff for this big payoff. And then it's like, unfortunately, you have something like this that a lot of people are going to look at and pay attention more than, these matches and how great they were.
That's all the news that was coming out.
That's all people were talking about. And that's a shame. It shouldn't be like that, but unfortunately that's how it works, especially when it's a big name like CM Punk. He attracts all the attention towards him and stuff. But MJF and Adam Cole should be so proud of themselves for not just this match, but everything that went into it. Because even like when this whole thing started, it was just kind of like, oh, a new challenger for MJF, Adam Cole's in there. Like, then it was like, then it's like, oh, now they're doing this like friendship type of thing. And then it just like kept each week. It's getting better. The skits, the Kowloon, the dodgeball, the outback. Like, it's like everything. The double clothesline, the kangaroo kick, it kept getting better. And I said,
I love that the story's not over.
I love that the story's not over. And I was saying, it's besides the Bloodline, it's the best story in wrestling. Fuck. Right now, obviously the Bloodline, nothing's happening right now. This is the best story in wrestling.
Absolutely.
It is.
I'd agree with you. I agree with
that's just how it is. And I love Roman Reigns. I love the Bloodline. I love all that stuff. But right now, this very moment on Thursday, August 31st, the best storyline in wrestling is Adam Cole and MJF.
Yeah, man.
So,
yeah.
And they're the ROH tag team champions, too. They're going to defend them all out.
Right, because that was part of it where, like, like MJF went and got the titles for him. It's like, here, man, like, we still have these. And, like, Adam Cole didn't give a shit. That was before, like, the hug and all that.
Even though Adam Cole's the one that wanted to challenge for the belts. He was the one that wanted them in the first place.
So now at All Out, they're going to defend the titles.
It's whoever wins that Collision, a Battle Royal.
Someone's going to win a tournament.
Yeah.
Who knows? That's fun. But like, it's just also fun that now they're the tag team champions. They're going to defend the titles.
That's why they can. This storyline is going to keep going for a while, which they should. If it's working and you can keep making shirts.
Sure. Oh my God.
Fuck it, dude. Fuck it.
Unreal. Yeah, I mean, I could talk about that match for fucking ever, but we got a show to run. What do you say we dive into some WWE Payback predictions? Because apparently, news to most people, Payback's on this Saturday.
It is on this Saturday.
And the card is not too hot.
It could be better.
There's one match I'm looking forward to.
I think it's a very predictable card.
I think
we're gonna have a lot of the same picks here. Yeah.
Let's dive in. One last MJF thinks it was funny. They did a couple of video packages on Dynamite to kind of like tie some bows on some All-In stuff.
This was yesterday.
And then Adam Cole and because Adam Cole had a promo, but it was a lot of like Roderick Strong stuff.
I saw they had something,
But I think even in the scrum, I watched a little bit of the scrum, but in the scrum, MJF was like holding this. He's like, "Damn, you fucking broke my neck, man." Like, damn. But he said, and he confirmed on Dynamite, and he's like, I'm gonna take a week off. I'm gonna go to Italy and bang some rats. Bang some rats. That's the funniest fucking thing.
What was that one line he had? It was like
pinning shoulders on mats and banging rats.
It's so funny. He's such a scumbag, but it's so
he's your
good.
scumbag.
He's my scumbag. Okay, Payback.
We're gonna start at the bottom here. LA Knight versus the Miz.
LA Knight.
Yeah,
next match.
It has to be, right? It's gotta
Listen, if like you're doing all this to kind of build up LA Knight to kind of get him to that next level.
He's already lost a bunch of matches. He
lost
won.
to Theory. He lost a bunch of matches. He should have lost. The Miz, we've mentioned this. He's a guy that could lose 2,000 matches in a row and still stay relevant. I mean, that's what basically has been happening the last year or two.
Right.
He eats losses. Look at him. He's like as relevant as he was years ago because you just give him a mic and some TV time. He can do anything. He can sell anything.
When he came out and impersonated LA Knight.
I love when he does that.
God,
shit, bro. He did it as The Rock. He did it as John Cena when he was feuding with Cena a few years ago, bro. He is great at that.
I really love this.
Yeah,
feud.
what? I mean, yeah, what?
Just
I mean, yeah.
Really diving into the Stone Cold and The Rock. Like, this is good. This is really good. And
I think it's going to be a good match. I think it will be a good match, but I think this is a match for LA Knight to win.
Yeah, as big of a fan and as big of a defender as I am as the Miz, and I feel like with this promo, he feels hot again. I don't want him to lose that. However, like you said, it is LA Knight's match to win.
Yeah, for sure.
If he doesn't, the guy should quit.
We're back to square one. Yeah, I don't know what to do at that point if he loses.
Yeah, so I also have LA Knight. Okay. Rey Mysterio versus Austin Theory for the U.S. title. I have Rey Mysterio. I don't think there's a big story here. Austin Theory just won the match, so now he gets the rematch or whatever. I'm sure there'll be some Santos storytelling, maybe. Mm-hmm. Ray got the title.
I'm with Ray. Why give it to him if he's going to lose it that quick? You took it off with Theory because you want to freshen up the title scene. You're not going to put it back on him. So
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor and Damian Priest for the tag team championships in a Steel City street fight, which I just realized.
And what's interesting on Raw, they were saying Rhea was like, you guys don't win, there's going to be some issues. There's going to be some shakeups or whatever. Which kind of makes you think, oh, the Judgment Day is going to walk out of here with the win. I call bullshit. I think it's Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn that are going to win.
Yeah, I think it's obviously Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
You could have them win the belts, and then every single member has a championship, which, whatever. I've talked about how Finn won, then he has the belt. Damian, everyone has something. Mm-hmm. But I don't think they need to have these belts, because if they lose, it kind of furthers the more cracks, kind of furthers that story, which I think is the direction they need to go down. Because if they win the belts, then it's just a whole wait. Finn and Damian are beefing, but they're tag champs, so it's like that doesn't make sense. And Kevin and Sami, for what it's worth,
had a great run.
They haven't had a great run. Kevin
I
was
like
hurt.
Them together.
Kevin was hurt for like a month, so that stalled things. Yeah. But they haven't had a great run. Now that they're both healthy, I'm hoping that really starts to pick up. I think this is like the street fight match, whatever it's called. What is it?
Steel City Street Fight.
Steel City Street Fight. Yeah, I think this is a match for them to win and just further. Not further, but like get back on track with this title reign.
Yeah, I think, I'm pretty much with you. I want, like you said, Kevin's back, so I'm hoping the tag team division is kind of rejuvenated, especially with the New Day coming back.
McRiddle.
Sure.
SmackRiddle, whatever the hell
they're
called. Xavier Woods got fucking nailed. He actually got hurt.
Oh, I saw it with the chair shot.
Bro, do you know when they show, you know how like WWE shows like replays like top 10 on YouTube, they like had to cut that part out. Like when they showed the chair, then like the screen like froze. And
wow,
he got fucking rocked,
he was
dude.
Not ready for that.
That was like an actual injury. That did not look good.
But yeah, this to me just seems like a playing field for telling more of the Judgment Day story. Like Kevin and Sami are just here to defend the titles. It's whatever. But I also have Kevin and Sami. And then I'm sure JD McDonough will.
There's going to be some shenanigans. It's a street fight. Dom's probably going to get involved.
Yeah, I think that's the reason it's a street fight, is because it's going to be mostly Judgment Day shenanigans. You know?
100%.
Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez for the Women's World title. Finally, we're getting a Rhea Ripley, like real legitimate match title defense.
There's a story built around it in a way.
I've loved Rhea's title run, mainly for the character and storytelling. The matches haven't necessarily been there.
Right.
I've been a defender of her squash matches. I think they work. Even her squashing Natty,
she's supposed to be this dominant.
It makes sense. Yeah. She's beating these legends easy, bada bing, bada boom. But you get to it, you gotta have some real matches.
You gotta feed her a real opponent at some point, and it's a real opponent. I still think Rhea's gonna win.
I also have Rhea.
I genuinely think this is a reign that's gonna go like for a year. Like she's gonna
hold this for
going
a while.
into WrestleMania as the champion. Like that's how it should be.
And I'm for it. I love it.
Me
I
too.
think Rhea's great.
Me too.
But I love that Raquel is getting this opportunity. She's kind of like defending Liv, because Liv, Rhea took Liv out, all this stuff, but I don't see Raquel winning it.
Yeah, me neither.
Next one, Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus in a steel cage match.
For the love of God, please be the last match.
I think this has got to be the last one.
This has to be. Now, I see a world where obviously Trish wins this because she's still sticking around and stuff like that. She's talked about how she wants to feud with more people now and stuff. Obviously, whatever happens here, they're both going to move on.
Hopefully.
Zoe Stark can get involved, even though it's a steel cage match.
Right.
Zoe Stark can still get involved, help Trish, whatever. But Becky, I think, should win this match.
She's got it.
I mean, it's just... I get it. Trish is the legend here and stuff like that. She's the Hall of Famer, but like, man, Becky Lynch needs to come out of this feud on top, and just kind of like start pushing her back into that main event, the championship picture, I should say. She should probably be maybe the next opponent for Rhea. Maybe that should be the next story being told. That would be fun.
I don't know if we've ever seen Rhea and Bex.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't, maybe like years ago or something like that, but not that I can nothing I can remember recently. No, not to this level. Yeah, I think Becky should win this. I just think it makes most sense. Trish is a legend. She doesn't need to be winning all these big feuds to, prove that she is one of the best and stuff. So
I like that it adds to Trish's legacy. This is her first steel cage match.
Yeah.
So she can kind of check that off on her. You know, she's one of the greatest.
She is.
So it's like, add it to her resume.
Yep.
For what it's worth, I liked the Becky and Zoe match.
That seemed like
it was a falls count anywhere.
Yeah,
I think is what it was technically.
Yeah.
Becky put them both through tables to circle kind of back to Bray Wyatt. I'm sure you saw Becky talking to the crowd after.
She had a beautiful tribute.
God, really, really
even
good.
Seth too. Do you see on Seth's belt? Yeah. Do you see he had the Fiend side plate on his?
Oh, I didn't notice.
One side was his, and the other side was the Fiend.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I love it's nice. Everyone wears like the armbands.
Yeah.
There was
even at All In. I think RTR was wearing one or something like. A few wrestlers were. I don't know if you mentioned it. House of Black. They had the lantern.
Oh, I meant to mention.
They had the lantern and stuff, and obviously the lights were off.
Really nice.
Very well done. Very well done.
But yeah, so Becky puts them through tables, and after the match off air, Becky tells this really, really nice story about Bray Wyatt, about how during her first tables match or whatever, she didn't know how to use tables. She was pretty new to it. She didn't know how to set one up in the correct way or whatever, or how to get them out. And Bray basically took her under his wing, and took the time to and he had a match that night and showed her how to use it, and you could tell just how touched she was by that that just generous act of him just taking the time, taking her under his wing and just being like, here's how you do it, and I think that was a nice the fact that she put Trish and Zoe through tables was like a nice
little like Easter egg. Like it's a tribute to Bray Wyatt, but not a tribute, but not in a way like you'd think. Like in the moment, you're like, oh, that was for Bray.
Right.
She explains it after. You get it now. Yeah. Very
which
cool.
Which was really nice. Yeah. All of the subtle, and even like Ray during his match hit like the what do you call it? The guy's on the ground. He hits like the backdrop when like the guy's laying down.
Oh, he did like the yeah, I know
that shit.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Just like small references of guys like doing a lot of Bray Wyatt-esque moves, or like even just the armbands. Really, really nice.
Yeah, very nice
and tasteful.
Very touching.
Right.
Nice tributes.
So
main event.
So we both had Becky for that. I got Becky as well.
Yes. So far we have the same.
I think if there's gonna, obviously we're at the last one. So if there's gonna be one that changes, it's different. I think this might be. I don't know. Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the World Heavyweight Championship. I have Shin.
I have Seth.
Okay, all right.
This is the deciding one. Yeah.
All right.
You go ahead. I want you to explain why you have Nakamura winning.
I think, and hey, maybe I'm just falling victim to the story. Also, this is a tangent if there's any tangent.
Mm-hmm.
You know how some people will a wrestling story is happening, and let me think of it. I don't know. Let's talk about the bloodline, and Jimmy turned on Jay, right? And that's the storyline. I'm watching the TV show, and then we come on here or on Twitter and be like, "Damn, I didn't expect that." Mm-hmm. And then everyone who thinks they're smarter than God is like, "You got worked. You got worked."
Yeah, sure.
Getting worked isn't a thing. You're watching a TV show.
Yeah.
You don't watch Breaking Bad
mm-hmm.
and I've seen Breaking Bad once like a year ago. That was a bad reference to use, but something fucking Walter White shoots a guy, and that's like a moment in the show,
mm-hmm.
and
it's like, oh, you didn't know that was gonna happen,
and then you go on a thread and be like, bro, you got worked, bro. You didn't think that was going to happen?
Sure.
You got worked. I can't believe they tricked you into enjoying a moment of shock in a TV show.
Uh-huh.
Damn, you got tricked into enjoying something? Fucking idiot.
I get what you mean.
Getting worked is so fucking stupid.
get
It's
what
not
you mean.
real. I'm watching a TV, so that's by me saying maybe I'm just getting worked by
Thinking Shin's gonna
by
win.
the Shinsuke
Gotcha,
promos.
Gotcha.
That's all I was thinking about how stupid that was the other day. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. That was a little tangent I want to get off my chest. But I think Shin's winning because I'm getting worked.
You fool.
There's a couple reasons. One, I'm really bought into. I think Seth could be maybe taking some time. Seth is actually hurt. He's had a solid run with this title.
Yes, he has.
I've said this before. I don't think, especially with this belt, I don't think every single run needs to be a historic year-long thing. I think Seth has had great matches and great defenses with it. I think if he's going to lose, this is the match for him to lose and maybe even take some time off or just have Shin have a run. Or film more Marvel movies. I just think Shinsuke feels as hot as ever. He feels back, even in a lot of Seth's promos where Seth was like, where's the NXT Shinsuke? Where's the IWGP Shinsuke that everyone feared and all this stuff? And Shinsuke feels like he's getting back to that. Shinsuke's never won a world title on the main roster. We feel like we might be on some borrowed time with Shinsuke. I feel like he might be retiring in a little bit with the next few years. Not for the fact that he can't go, but the fact that he go out on top. He wants to surf, whatever.
Get his paycheck, get in the water.
Right. And Seth had a really good promo on Raw too. Shin had another video package, and I don't know, man. I almost read my note. The World Heavyweight Championship doesn't need to break records. This feels like a good time for Shinsuke to win it. Give Shinsuke some gold. It's his first world title. Might be his only world title he ever wins. Fun run. That's my piece.
Okay, so I do think Seth is winning, but I don't disagree with you.
Sure.
I think this would be the right time for Shinsuke to win, because if he loses,
when else?
If he does lose, that does suck, because then it kind of just you hit the brakes hardcore on him again, you cool him down, which would suck, because this is the hottest he's been since he won the Royal Rumble 5 years ago. I really do believe that. When this whole thing started,
I just like Seth.
he's my brother. No, it's like when this whole thing started, I didn't believe it. I was like, oh, this is just another guy to feed Seth.
Oh, this feud is built up, bro. They've so good.
Killed it. Yeah. They've done such a good job with this feud. And I tweeted out, I was like, I hope that this feud actually extends past people.
Sure.
I don't think this has to be a one-off match. I think this could definitely extend. Even though I have Seth winning, I can still see Shinsuke getting another match down the line, maybe next people, whatever it may be.
Fine with that.
So I do agree, and that's why it kind of sucks I'm picking Seth. I just think Seth winning is not the right choice.
It's not a bad
It's
pick.
not, no. It's you can't go wrong with either.
Yeah.
Because, Seth wins. You're kind of still cementing this run. It's a credible win, a credible opponent for Seth to beat. Another box you check, whatever.
It's a good pick if you're looking to win your first ever.
My first ever.
Or I guess technically not. I think someone says that you've never won it. I think you won it when we first started.
Oh, back in the day.
No, like SCW reign.
Are you really?
I think you won it once.
I have no clue. I have no recollection.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Either way. It's just, I think it makes more sense to have Seth win, but I also believe it makes sense to strike when the iron's hot. But at the same time, let's look back on it. When have they struck when the iron's hot? That's also where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Sammy. Yeah, Cody, even Asuka at WrestleMania. Granted, she won in Saudi, whatever.
True.
Even Jay,
right. Yeah,
they don't always strike when the iron's hot.
They're safe with Seth.
They're safe with. They know what they're getting out of Seth. I think with Shinsuke, obviously this feud has been great, but it's okay, he wins this, what's next? I think that's the question. With Seth, he wins this, what's next. I think you can keep building that. You know what I mean?
Give him someone else to wrestle, he'll be fine.
Right. Yeah. And Shin, I believe you can do that as well, but I just think they built up Shinsuke to this point to make it seem like, oh, this isn't just another opponent. It's Seth beat this Shinsuke. That's a great win for Seth. And I'm still in the camp that Damian Priest is going to cash in on Seth. I can't get it out of my head. I still think that that's how Seth is going to lose the belt on a Money in the Bank cash in. I'm set on it.
I honestly kind of forgot
I'm set on it. I just still think, and on Raw they were like talking about the whole leaving with gold thing. I'm not saying it's going to happen at Payback, but what if Damian Priest cashes in at the end of this match and Finn Balor's the only one in the group that doesn't have a belt? Then that kind of makes, again, this is revolving around the judgment thing. That's not what I want to make it as. I want this match to stand alone, but that kind of adds to the Judgment Day story, whatever. But I do think Seth's going to win. I think it's a safe pick, but if Shinsuke won, I'm fine with that. Sure. I would love it. I would love it if Shinsuke won. 'Cause like, will he ever win a world championship? I don't know. I hope he does.
Right.
They've dropped the ball with him 5 years ago. I would hope that he at least gets one solid world championship reign before he goes off into the ocean, into the sunset, and surfs for the rest of his life.
However, if Shinsuke wins this and they use him as just a platform to get a Damien cash in, I'd be
That would suck.
I'd be fucking livid.
That would suck. And I do believe if Shinsuke wins, they're not going to do that. I think that at least give him a month. Give him a month. Like, give him something.
I have no idea what the fuck. I forgot Damien had the money in the bank. What the fuck is their plan?
So I also believe that Damien could literally hold on to this for like 9 months.
Yeah,
I can see that happening.
I kind of more see that happening.
And I like the long briefcase runs.
Yeah,
I don't like the whole like you win it and you cash in a month after. Io Sky, it worked for her, but it's like, I just think it works better when like you're kind of dangling it and you're like, you're like, oh, I have this by the way, and like you like are really anticipating it, whatever.
I could see him holding it until like another story with a title starts happening, as opposed to like a really out of nowhere.
And honestly, good on WWE for making the whole Money in the Bank thing like kind of unpredictable, because I don't know. It could happen this Sunday. It could happen at WrestleMania for all I know.
This year's Money, because we got the EO win, which was fucking sick, great. And then now Damien still has it. So
at the time, obviously we didn't want Damien, but I
still don't want him.
No, I mean I'm still mad that LA Knight didn't win, but I do think like they're making the most out of it. So
well, if by making the most you mean like as a cartoon, he whoop, 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 and then like Kevin Owens gets it and then hits.
But I think that they're setting him up nicely because he's winning all these single matches.
He is.
The tag team matches are different. That's whatever. Those are always he beat Sam. He beat Sami on Raw. He beat Sami. I think the only singles match he's lost in the last few months was against Cody, which is fine. I mean, it's Cody. But they're building him up like he's like a credible single star. So I think that they're doing fine with that. Going back to Seth Shinsuke, I'm picking Seth, but I would like it if Shinsuke won.
It's going to come down to...
that's what it's going to come down to.
It's going to come down to them, as is tradition. It's going to come down to the main event, to one match.
What a toy fucking child belt that is. Oh my God.
It is funny after holding the big boy for like 9 months.
We have to like drape that on our shoulder. It's heavy, and this thing was just kind of flapping around.
Flimsy. Well, those are our predictions. We're all the same except for the main event. Huge night.
I think are we done with Payback? All that stuff. John Cena.
True.
8 straight weeks.
What I'm hearing.
Crazy. He's teaming up with Seth Rollins to take on Ludwig and Da Vinci in the India show.
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
I'd be 8
straight SmackDowns. That's sick. It's due to the writer's strike. That's what they're saying. Which if John Cena has the free time, why not come back to WWE? Have some cool matches. Cody Rhodes talked about how he wanted to have a match.
Cody and John.
You can do Grayson. You can do a mic battle with LA Knight. You could have him go up against Chad Gable, Gunther. I tweeted this. I don't know what's going to happen. I think a chase for the 17th title would be pretty cool. Him and Seth are teaming up. Why not run that feud back? Why not have a little one-off match? That could be cool.
I just don't want him to lose every single one. Like how he's lost his past WrestleManias, like putting people over. Mm-hmm. I think we can have a real Cena return.
You know what? People complained about back in 2011, 2012 for good reason. Let's bring Super Cena back.
Let's bring Super
Cena back, baby. Who knows when we'll see it again? Why not? Let's have fun with it.
Other than the India show, you think he'll be on a pay-per-view?
I mean...
I know he's booked for SmackDowns, but...
I would imagine if it falls in line, why not?
Don't know.
Why not?
Yeah, I saw
that'll be cool about that. And I'll tell you what, that sells tickets, that sells shirts, that brings in ratings. So that's a huge draw for WWE.
When is his first show?
Not this Friday, but the Friday after.
Oh, wait a minute.
No, not next Friday, because next Friday is in India. So
the reason I'm
8th.
Oh, it's not.
It's not going to be in Boston. No, it's not in Boston. No. Actually, I think he will be on SmackDown. He will be on SmackDown tomorrow, but he won't be on next week, and then it's 8 straight weeks.
Damn,
that's what
they have him skip over Boston. That doesn't make any sense.
Because it's in India. That's why.
Yeah,
that's why.
Oh wait, that SmackDown's in India?
No, that show is. It's like same
and when's
day.
the show?
Or I think is it Friday or Saturday? It's not the same time as SmackDown. I think it's either during the day or something like. It's a house show. It's not even a premium event.
What's it called? The Super Show or whatever. Superstar Spectacle.
It might be on the Saturday. For all
it is on. What the fuck? It is on Friday. Wait,
I don't know what time it's at.
Maybe they'll. What the fuck? Look at this. The event will broadcast locally, blah, blah, blah. Oh, come on.
Look up time. Look it up. Just
I thought this.
Or start or whatever.
Yeah, it says.
I can imagine it's not going to.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a time
or
thing.
Something.
What are they going to do for SmackDown? Time. Start time. Start time.
Can we get something here?
I don't even know. Maybe they haven't even announced it. Yeah, I don't think that information is available yet.
Awesome. Sick. So, yeah, I'm assuming it's not going to collide with SmackDown.
Well, they're not. Oh, here, wait. This Friday.
Ooh, let's get tickets. Oh.
What is that? I don't know. Well, they're not. They're not broadcasting it anywhere.
No, they're not.
So it's like, I guess it doesn't matter what time
I guess it really doesn't
I guess I'm just more curious what the fuck SmackDown's going to be. Weird.
Yeah, whatever they didn't do last week because of trivia, I'm sure Jimmy Uso will be on SmackDown.
Right, they bumped everything.
They moved that.
Yeah.
John Cena obviously will be on there.
Interesting.
Well, no, we're talking about next.
I'm getting
confusing myself.
I think that's our show.
Okay.
That was all in. That was our payback predictions.
We mixed in a few other. Also, did you see the Creed brothers had a match on NXT? Did you see
saw
that
video where the one-handed power bomb. What are you, fucking crazy?
Oh God, dude, when they make it to the main roster, bro, I want them to be pushed to the fucking moon, bro. They're so good. They're so good.
Yeah.
They're like American Alpha 2.0.
I hopefully there'll be a rejuvenation in the tag division that the WWE needs.
They fucking.
But yeah, I saw that clip.
They are studs.
Fucking just rolls them up one arm and bow.
Woo! So good. So good.
For the sake of it, let's just check WrestleOps. Any news breaks? Anything crazy happen?
Oh, they tweeted the graphic.
They tweeted a graphic.
It looks good.
It looks good.
Great. Oh, Gunther Gable is going to be on Raw on Monday.
Oh yeah.
They didn't put it on Payback because Triple H didn't want to he didn't want to crowd the show. He's more about quality than quantity, even though that probably would have been the best match.
I feel like he could have dropped something.
Yeah, 6 matches.
Probably could have dropped Ray in theory, to be honest.
I wouldn't have minded that being on SmackDown compared to Gunther Chad being on Raw. But hey.
Or even LA Knight and The Miz. Like, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. I'm sure it'll probably be the main event. It'll probably be...
All right. That's our show. Thank you for watching. Please follow us on our personals at Raspy Taylor on everything.
At Dante on Deck on Twitter, Dante Toro 11 on Instagram. Sure will be on the screen. Anyways, Stache Club Wrestling on Twitter, Stache Club Wrestling on TikTok, Stache Club W on Instagram. We smashed. We're on over 13K now on there. We were talking about passing 10K. That happened very quick.
Our the TikTok account and the YouTube channel are racing to who's going to get 100,000 first.
Who's going to do it?
I don't know. I mean, the TikTok is crawling to 100,000. It's gonna be a photo finish, to be honest with you. I don't know.
We'll see.
Phrase.
I think it should be Bray Wyatt forever.
Bray Wyatt forever.
Bray Wyatt forever. Put in the comments Bray Wyatt forever. Also put in, if you want, put in the comments your favorite memories, your favorite Bray Wyatt moments.
Yeah, we'd love to see that.
Bray Wyatt related, we'd love to see those. Read those comments. Yeah, I think that's a good way to close it.
R.I.P. Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt forever. This has been Stache Club Wrestling. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you all week.
Episode 43 next week.
There you go.
I'll see you then. Peace.